All right, guys, sorry I'm late. I had some technical difficulties that for some reason was hard for me to say. I'm kind of sick, and so my voice sounds really bad. So I'm sorry about that.
All right, guys, sorry I'm late.
Oh, and my sound is working, so that's good. So today what I'm going to be working on is I'm going to be working on revising my first chapter because I just did my read through, and so now I have a bunch of edits to do, and I have to get it all ready so my sisters can beta read it for me. And so that is what I'm going to be working on. What are you guys going to be working on today? And then let's see. I think I'll probably start a sprint at 2:10, and we'll probably go for 10 minutes if that sounds good. Let's see. I don't know if anybody's watching. I don't know if this is a good time for people or not, but it's a good time for me, and this helps me stay accountable and get stuff done. So that's why I chose to do this now. I'm gonna go ahead maybe and start sprinting. That way I don't have to just sit here and talk to myself. So I will go ahead and maybe start sprinting because I don't know what else to do right now. So I'm gonna get my clock ready. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. Oh, just a second. Okay, so Secret TZS says that they're working on ideas that they're going to do for Nano this year. That's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm going to do this year for Nano. We just got past Nano, so I'm kind of in a Nano hangover, I guess you would call it. So I don't know what I'm working on yet. So you're way ahead of me. And also thanks for joining. I don't know if this is a good time for people or not. Like I said, it works out well for me. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and start the first sprint, and it's going to go for 10 minutes, and then we will see what we can do from there. So I'm going to start it. It started, and I'm going to mute myself on here so you guys aren't distracted. All right, so that was 10 minutes. Sorry, like I said, my voice is dead. I'm pretty sick. But I was able to cross off quite a few things from my first chapter. So I have a list of things that I am changing or needing to change in each chapter, and so I just cross them off as I go. Some of the things are small and other things are big. Thankfully, the first chapter doesn't have too many major things that I need to fix. It does have some things that I need to tweak and stuff, but I know chapter 17, I basically just put rewrite chapter 17. So this one is a lot better. It's a lot easier. I do know that I want to change how I introduce a character, and I haven't gotten to that point yet in what I've done so far. But basically what I've done so far is just kind of change titles and names and that kind of stuff, because as I went through my story and I read through it, I realized that I wanted to change people's titles and how it worked in my world. And so I've been kind of tweaking that right now. So how did you guys do? Did you get any writing done? Or are you working on something else? I think there's only a couple of you here with me, but you guys can keep me company. And I'm thinking that I'll probably keep to shorter sprints just because, I don't know, I know they're easier for people and it's easier to join in on than to if you guys are joining in late to the sprints. But yeah, so that's what I did. And I don't see any new comments so far, but I'm having fun with my world building that I'm doing because I'm making the titles for my characters. So like a king and a queen, or any kind of title like a healer or a doctor, that kind of stuff. I'm having them have the word that I'm going to use in my story, but then I'm going to use the first, I think the first syllable or one of the first syllables of their name, and that goes to the end of their title. So you say both words together. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense of how I'm explaining it, but it does make sense in the story. And so that's something I figured out as I was going through my novel, and I had a lot of fun doing that. Secret TZS says, I'm just trying to develop one of my characters. Is it a character that you are having trouble with, or is it just one that you're working on because you haven't done it yet? I know with mine, some of my characters, I need them stronger and I need to make their voices more distinct. I need to work on developing my characters too. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working on so far. I am having fun. The more I get involved in this project, the more I like it, which is good, because sometimes when I write stuff, I put it away and then I don't ever pick it up again and I don't really want to. But this story, I have been working on it for a while and I still like it, which is good, which is really good. Samantha says, hey Samantha, thanks for joining. We're going to be doing another sprint coming pretty soon. I think I'll wait another minute or two and then we'll jump into another 10-minute sprint. And yeah, we're just having a fun little time. I'm always so awkward on these live things. When I record videos for YouTube, I usually say the same thing until I get it the way I like it. But with these live streams, whatever comes out of my mouth is what you guys all hear. So sometimes it doesn't sound that great and it sounds awkward. So I'm sorry. Does 10 minutes sound good to everybody, or do you want to do 15? What would be better? Because I'm up for whatever. Just let me know. I want to finish at least editing my first chapter today. That would be great. Yeah, like I said, this one doesn't have too much, so it should be doable to finish today or to finish during the sprint even. Or let's see. I still sound awkward, Samantha. I know I sound awkward, but thank you. Hi, Stephen, and oh no, your Wi-Fi cut out. I'm always annoyed when my Wi-Fi cuts out. I understand your struggle. So I think, okay, 10 minutes sounds good to you. It sounds good to me too. So why don't we do that? We'll jump into another sprint, and then we can talk some more after that. So I'm going to set my stopwatch or my timer? Okay, it's set for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna mute this again so you guys aren't distracted by me making weird sounds. All right, so that was another 10 minutes. It's over now. And let's see. I want to see what people are saying. I'm going to move this over though. So Secret TZS said, does anybody have any good writing music suggestions? I don't know what kind of writing music you like. Personally, I like to listen to Sleeping at Last. They have a lot of good songs for the genre that I'm writing. It kind of, I don't know, the music kind of is a little bit eerie, but it's not creepy, and I kind of like that for my fantasy novel. I also listen to fantasy ambience noises and stuff on YouTube, so you could try that out. I don't know. And then, oh, I don't know how to say. Oh, never mind. They took their message away. So, hi, Natalia. That's great. You were able to write 121 words. That's crazy in 3 minutes. That is crazy. I'm glad you were able to get something done. I'm just working on my story. I'm editing it, so I'm just crossing things off as I go. And I'm going a lot slower than normal. But I've also never really done this whole editing side of things before. I usually just write a book and then put it away and never look at it again. So this is kind of new for me. Are you working on your new fantasy series, or are you working on the Western one, Natalia? And then Samantha, what are you working on? I'm just waiting to see what people say. I feel like I should do these live sprints with somebody else that way. I don't have to have me feeling all the talking. We got some more music suggestions. Oh, the piano guys, I really like them. They're really good. Stephen wrote 268 words. That's great. I think that I've added some words, but then I've taken words away, so I really don't know. Oh, it's a secret, Natalia. Okay, you can have secrets. That's fine. But I'm excited for your Western one that you were talking about, because that one sounded really cool. I think it's a Western. Maybe it's not, but it sounded cool. Anyways, so yeah, those are all good music suggestions. Are you guys wanting to do another 10-minute sprint, or do you guys want to do a 15-minute sprint? And then I think I'm only going to go sprinting till 3, because I know at 3 they're going to be starting sprints on the JaNoWriMo Facebook page thing, and so I'm sure people are going to want to hop over there. So I'm only going to be doing this till 3, and also I'm sick, so I'm probably going to go back to bed. Okay, yeah, so it is a Western. Yeah, when you were talking about that one, I thought it sounded really cool, and I was kind of wondering if you got inspired by that video game that you've been playing. I'm not sure if that's where that came from, but when you were talking about it, that's kind of what it made me think of, is that game that you've been playing. And let's see. So I'm thinking we can do a 15-minute sprint. I haven't said, or maybe 10. I guess they want to stick to 10. I don't know. One person says 10, so maybe we'll do that. And thank you. I hope I feel better soon too. I'm supposed to take the pictures for my sister-in-law when she gives birth, but I don't want to be in the room if I'm sick. So I'm really, really hoping that I feel better soon, because I do photography, and so I've been really looking forward to this, and I'm really hoping she doesn't go into labor in the next couple of days, because that would be bad, because I wouldn't be able to go into the room with her. Oh, so it is based off of the video game. I was wondering, but I think that's going to be really cool. All right, so I guess we're going to stick with 10 minutes because nobody else has said anything else. And we can go ahead and start that. All right, it's set for another 10 minutes. I'm going to mute this, and I'll see you in 10. Okay, that was another 10 minutes, and I think we've had a few new people join. Try and get this to come over. Samantha says, you do photography, any tips for a beginner? I don't know. I like to take pictures for fun, and I think one of the things that was hardest for me to figure out is what my style was. I know on Instagram you look at people's stuff and everybody has their own style. And for me, the hardest part was to learn that I can't copy somebody else's because it won't work. If you try and copy somebody else's style, you're always going to be disappointed because it's not exactly what you wanted, or I don't know. I don't know how to explain this correctly. My channel isn't really about photography because I don't really think I'm somebody who knows a lot about it. I just enjoy taking pictures. And then New Londo font writing says good luck on your sprints all. And then Natalia says she got 179 words. That's awesome. I'm still working on my first chapter. I've added 100 words, I think, and I think I've added more, but I've also taken some away. So I don't really know how to kind of measure what I've done so far. I just know that I am getting closer to being done with chapter 1. That is all I know. And I'm thinking that if we can talk for another minute and then we can go ahead and sprint for the last 10 minutes and then it will be 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. I can't talk right now. And then I'm going to go back to bed because I'm really sick. Samantha says she got 366 words. That is awesome. You go, girl. I'm glad that a lot of people are getting things done. I really like the idea of doing writing in January instead of November, because November is always super busy. So writing in January, I really like that idea. So I'm glad that a lot of people are up for that. And I'm thinking that I will try and do this again next year. I want to do NaNoWriMo and JaNoWriMo. I want to try doing both because it's kind of like just having an extra camp nano. And then Stephen says, I had to go back to my research about ancient Greek warfare. Whenever I have to research stuff, I just kind of get sucked into the internet and it's bad. I usually don't get anything done. So I hope you're able to get stuff done because when I have to research stuff, I usually can't. Yeah, what are you writing, Stephen? That's a good question. I feel like we need the Jeopardy theme song, the do 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 do, while we're waiting for comments. I'm waiting to see what he says because I'm really interested in what he's writing. It's a fantasy series with a basis on ancient Greece. That sounds pretty cool. So I think we're gonna do another 10-minute sprint, and then I think that's all I have for you guys today. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the clock, and we're gonna go for another 10 minutes. All right, it's set. All right, so that was another 10 minutes, and I actually kind of got distracted. I realized that I needed to kind of map out where things were because there was a lot of inconsistencies, and so I tried to make a kind of a, it's not a very good map, but it's just to help me figure out where things are, and so when I'm writing, I can make sure that it's all cohesive and makes sense. And then I think that is going to be all from me for today, but I know that there are more sprints over on the JaNoWriMo Facebook group, so if you guys are part of that, I believe they have a live sprint that starts now. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is, and so you guys can hop over there. And Samantha says maps are great. I think they're great too. I have to figure out how to make one. And I know that Bethany Atazada has a video about how to make her map, or what she did to make her map. And so I might try and kind of watch that and see if it'll give me any ideas or help me make my own map. But yeah, that's what I did during this sprint. I tried to figure out where everything was in my fantasy world, because it's just this one little area, but I had a lot of inconsistencies when I was writing it that I found, or when I was reading through my story, I found there was a lot of inconsistencies. Yeah, you can ask me a question, even if it doesn't have anything to do with writing. Go ahead. Yeah, so that's what I did. My map looks terrible, but I'm starting to realize where I want things, and there's a lot of things that are going to be, I don't know what the word for it is, but associated with certain corners or certain areas. I call them corners in my story instead of kingdoms. So there's a lot of things that are going to be associated with that. How are my eyebrows so amazing? That's really funny because my eyebrows are the one thing that I care about when it comes to makeup. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I won't leave the house unless I have my eyebrows done. So the fact that you said that actually makes my day. I actually have my dad's eyebrows, so I have to pluck them. And when I was younger, I used to wax them, but I don't anymore. I just pluck them, and then I fill them in because my eyebrows are actually not the same color as my hair. I have to color them darker because I have light eyebrows. So that's kind of random, but yeah, it's kind of funny. So one thing I care about when it comes to my face and makeup. So that's funny you brought that out, but thank you. So yeah, like I said, that's going to be all the sprints I have today. And I hope you guys got a lot done. I made some progress, and now I'm going to go be sick in bed and watch videos, I think. Samantha says, I have red hair and super light eyebrows too. Yeah, I know the struggle. Mine aren't terribly light, but they're more like a strawberry blonde. They're more like my sister's hair color. They're not dark, and so I get this little pen, or not a pen, but it's like a pencil thing, and I just color them in. That's all I do. I don't have those like special trays with the little brushes and all that stuff. I just have a pencil and I color them in. So that is what I do. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for doing the writing sprints with me. And I'm going to try and do more of these sprints, at least maybe once a month or every other month. So just kind of stay tuned and see when I will have my next one. But it's nice because it helps me stay accountable and get stuff done. So it's helpful for you guys, and it's helpful for me too. So thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to end this, and have a wonderful day. Bye. Wait, whoops.